High priority is improving the Moscow stormwater infrastructure. What is your idea for making progress in this area? How high of a priority is improving the Moscow stormwater infrastructure? What is your idea for making progress in this area? Bill?
So the progress I would think, as mayor, I would look into it. I really don't have much of a comment on it right now, but it's something that clearly needs to be looked on, and that's what I would do.
Stormwater management is not optional. Oh, I do want to say about the ITD thing, the city council and I did send a letter to the ITD about Fern Creek to Moscow. So strongly worded for council members who'd like to know. Stormwater infrastructure and improvements there is not optional. The Environmental Protection Agency is requiring it. I've had direct interaction with EPA officials in Washington, D.C. and in Boise. Last year, I moderated an 11-person panel that included Jim Wernz of the EPA, and we're moving forward on it. The City of Moscow Public Works Director has a plan laid out. We're making incremental strides, and now we have opportunities to choose a little more leniency from the EPA to invest first where we can, and green infrastructure is a big piece of it, with filtration swales, more trees, erosion prevention, and some of the more efficient stormwater capture that we can do in our development and our buildings. So I'm excited about the possibilities ahead, and we are moving forward.
Yes, you can.
Can you hear me better now? Oh, sorry. I very seldom run into a situation where people can't hear me. I think the mayor covered that quite adequately when we are having to follow the rules of the EPA, and we have got some extra time to figure out just exactly how we're going to do that. So as far as the specific, I couldn't give any specifics. I have seen the stormwater retention ponds around town with all of the new buildings, with all the new developments. They seem to be working, and hopefully we're going to be able to keep the EPA happy with our approach.
Walter?
The priority is as high as the EPA makes it. It's an unfunded mandate. The city of Lewiston is addressing it and attempted to do so by creating a stormwater utility, set up a fee structure, started collecting fees, and all the public entities in Lewiston sued them for it. School district, port, county, etc. They lost in court, and so that got thrown out, and they had to refund the money. The city of Coeur d'Alene and possibly one down south are attempting another approach to do that, to find a way to pay for these changes. Those have yet to be tested. We're watching those to see if there's a way to do this without paying for this out of general fund and having to raise your property taxes to do it. But it's a product of the EPA. I question whether we need to be building in Moscow with as little rainfall as we get, what they have to build in Georgia where the sky falls periodically in the summer. So but it's being applied evenly across the country, and that's why we're building these huge retention ponds with cat willows in the bottom.
Rebecca?
Well, here again, this is not an issue that I know much about at this point. I appreciate hearing the information from Nancy, as everybody else has. And actually, I look forward to getting on council and learning more about these issues. Art?
I get extra seconds. So when it comes to this, whether or not the EPA is overextending itself is kind of a moot point, because there's the regulation and we have to live with it. There are things that we're doing. We're writing into the zoning code bioswales, biologic treatment of stormwater runoff to the extent possible. Down on College Avenue, I don't know if you notice it because it's pretty well hidden, but there are stormwater treatment basins built into the side of the road there where the trees are growing. It helps water the trees and helps keep stormwater from running off untreated. Further, I think we need to work a little bit harder with our county colleagues further out, because the streams and rivers that come into this town are usually quite silty. Their banks have been trodden, eroded, and the water is kind of sad coming into town, and Moscow's responsible for treating that, so it's looking good when it heads out across the border to Fortune and Pullman. So there are things we need to do with the county. We need to continue with the bioswales, treatment of water running off parking lots, and the more we can do Biologically, the better.
Thank you, then hang on to the mic, it's your turn to be first. Referring to growth, then we'll go